You on this road. That's what I be doing. No, I just y'all said that.
From London to the Queen. It's hammer, gold hammer, every hammer, dirty hammer. And the rest is on its way to justice.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Take it to the stars. How many people you know can take it this far?
Well, congratulations, you got another phone charger. You feel happy?
Why did you always on my side? Oh, I get it. I get it. Oh, Buff Bagwell doing his push-ups. I get it. Oh, it's too big. I get it. Oh, get the air out your chest, man.
It's just, you know what, man? What up, y'all? Hello,
I came with y'all
What
today.
up, y'all?
I came with y'all today. Today's a sleepy day. I ain't
You
saying
check
that
that?
Wednesday is Wednesday, but I will say that it's a sleepy day.
Wednesday's not
Wednesday
Wednesday?
is not Wednesday. And that's what. That's three shows in a row. She hasn't said it.
Are you done?
No, that's just,
You
it's
finished
new.
co-signing?
It's new, man.
I'm just telling you what it is.
I'm about sick of the both of you.
Damn, we ain't even a whole minute into the show yet.
That's my problem with it. Yeah, we ain't even a minute in, and y'all starting up stuff already.
Hello, Wall.
Oh, whatever.
What your president did this week?
Oof.
Oh man,
You not starting off like that today?
6,500 vets don't lost their jobs, man.
My God, have mercy, Lord.
6,500.
Niggas is just. I saw a post. Oh, I think you sent it to me, right? Where Elon is using Air Force One as his private jet. He had his mama and his son on there, and they going just taking trips. Like, what the fuck is really going on?
Oh man, sometimes people.
First 100 days.
Listen, it's been interesting. I'm gonna tell y'all something in a minute. I'm sending this out, but I'm gonna tell y'all something in a minute. So y'all stop bothering me every week.
I think he ain't got his joint marked because there's no way every time I get a little weak neck mic.
What?
So you feel like that he makes sure that he got the good stand because yours keep dropping down?
My mic got ED.
Oh my God. I don't know why.
Yeah, MD.
I don't know why we have this
Mic
discussion with
dysfunction over
you.
here, man.
Oh my goodness! I don't even check it, bro.
This fool said the mic stand. Okay, cool. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's like I don't know how this happened.
What's today?
Oh Jesus! Okay, y'all listen.
I'm
Today
listening.
is a good day for a good conversation with you people.
Don't say it like that.
Absolutely.
That's derogatory. You people.
Yeah, you people. I'm a you people, y'all.
What
all
do you
day.
mean, you people?
You.
What do you mean, you people?
Yo kind of folks. So listen.
I'm the dude
Playing the dude that's playing the other
that's
dude.
playing the other dude.
What?
What are you?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm doing this while y'all talking about I'm the dude playing the other dude that did the dude that went around to do the dude.
Are we here now? Get it cracking.
I mean,
I am. I do this all the time. I just have it down here usually.
rush
But
us.
listen.
Hurry up to wait.
First of all, y'all gonna leave me alone. Second of all, I finally watched Paradise.
Dope, right?
She watched it
Hey,
twice, bro.
Tamika.
She watched it twice, bro.
You ain't got to tell everybody. That was first between me and you.
She watched it twice, bro.
You ain't got to tell everybody that.
Scary, but dope.
It's not scary.
It's not
It's
scary.
it's mind blowing, but
Nah,
it's
that shit's scary as hell.
Scary.
it didn't scare me, but it made me realize that's reality. So
That's
again,
scary. You cut off from the rest of the
I
world.
mean, you already saw it coming. So why you worried about it? Why you scared now? You didn't expect it. So yeah, it's like Trump. I expected it, but
No, you didn't.
I did, and a lot of the things that you see are what you see right
You
now.
know who didn't expect it though? Nebraska.
Shouts out Nebraska. You got what you asked for.
No, damn that.
You got what you asked for.
You got what you asked for. Y'all knew y'all was a farm state. Y'all knew 60% of your workforce was undocumented immigrants, and y'all still was a complete red state in every single county. Every single county. And now that niggas ain't coming to work because they afraid that your president's gonna send them back to the country of origin. Y'all talking about does anybody care about Nebraska? Hell no.
It's scary times. It is scary time. That boy ignorant over there. You hear me?
I try to keep it straight.
I can't. It's impossible. Now, beyond that, I will tell you this. I've been on TikTok. When you're just scrolling.
Is that your source of information?
That's my source of information. I've been
Oh,
strolling.
TikTok is a new YouTube.
TikTok is a new Google.
Yeah.
Now, I've been on TikTok, Google, and the conversations that have been trending made me pick tonight's topic. What if the problem is you? Every woman that I've seen, in these videos, not every woman in the world, so please do not comment, I'm not like that. Every woman that's in these videos, be it skits or reality, I've never heard people sound so ignorant in my life. And they think that men are the problem. And then you hear men talk, and you be like, you know what, that fool a little off. And he think the woman the problem. So it was a skit or whatever, I don't know. But the lady said, I'm about to go, she told her husband, I'm about to go put my kids, my baby daddy, on child support. He said, why? You already know what it's doing to me. Why would you do that? She replied, because I want his money. And that money's for my baby. He said, but your baby doesn't need for anything. I take care of y'all. She said, that has nothing to do with it. I want his money. I deserve it. And so she went into this whole thing about why she wants his money and all this nonsense and stuff. And I'm sitting back thinking to myself the entire time, you know, that's your wife. You ain't said that's your girlfriend. You're like, yeah, you married her. And you're upset because of her mindset. But she didn't wake up ignorant. She been that way.
A lot of people change after they
get married.
Yeah.
So you go from being a good person to trying to drag me for money.
People's true colors come out once they get what they really want.
Yeah. She look like she been that way.
Both sides. I'm not just saying that on women. That's on both sides. But
she look like she been that way, and he sounded like one of them guys that ain't used to that kind of woman, like the way she looked. So he was so mind blown that he got that he didn't pay attention.
What you mean, like the way she looked?
He sound doofy. Now,
all he saw was that butt.
And he was like, you know what? And you willing to say yes, he ran with it.
She got the snappy dugout.
But once he got her, he realized she might be a little bit stupid.
A little bit.
A lot of bit.
Well, that's not even being stupid. That's just conniving.
It is. And so it made me sit back, and not just that, but just all aspects of it. What if the issue is you and the way you think? Because she was legit angry. And it's not just her. It's many women in these videos when they start arguing about stuff like the girl that cussed the man out because he didn't pay for her friends. But he came on a date with you. You brought all the crew. So why is he wrong?
That'd be the problem. Man.
What if the issue is you? And
That'd be the problem, man. That'd be the problem. I'm serious. Like you said, the guy sound doofy. The guy said your baby doesn't want for anything. I take care of you and him. That's still not enough. She wanted to go make another man's life miserable. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. And all it is extra money for her to go do ratchet shit.
So the thing of tonight is not so much as we point out the problem in people. The thing is people actually taking a look at themselves because they're probably their own problem. So not so much as the man telling her she's an issue, but when does that woman sit down and think to herself, you know what? It might be me.
I ain't never seen a woman. I've seen podcasts where men say I had to leave her, and why? I had to get myself together. I realized I couldn't be good for her because I couldn't be good for me at the time. And she couldn't understand that. And Your Honor, I went and cheated. I cheated. Yeah, I admit. And the man really was working on himself. Like, you don't hear no woman saying I had to get myself together. Unless she's trying to break up to come up.
I've seen women say I got to get myself together. Not all of them, but there are some.
She leaves Steve and go with George.
What you saw it on?
Now, between her and George is her business. But there are women who got there. There's a very, very good lady out there right now.
There's a lot of good women out there.
That says, and she talks about that with people healing. And she'll tell you, no, I have had to step away from these situations and get myself together. You have to heal yourself before you go out there try to save the world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So, I mean, so what do you want us to depict from this?
Right, because I'm really trying to understand what the point is you're trying to make here.
The point of it is we can point the finger, but we don't sit it at ourselves. Like today I was telling you about that. I said there's a lot of men who love a woman, they want one, but they don't like them. And so when you with them, you hate them the whole time. At what point did that man sit back and think to himself, maybe I got an issue with women?
That's true.
Maybe got an issue with that woman.
Well, maybe got an issue with that woman.
But what if you keep having that issue with multiple women? Because it ain't like he wake up and it's that woman. If you are that dude to all women, there are some men who literally talk now. You be like, do you hate women?
See, that's the problem. If you're that dude to all women, that man probably cut off a lot of his ways to be with that woman to mold himself. And now that woman is acting crazy, and that man don't got out of his character because he been out of his character, and now he's the problem. Like, it goes both ways, but at the same time, like, I don't.
But when does that man sit down with himself and realize, you know what? That woman is not the problem. That woman has her issues, but I can't fix her. I got to deal with me. And my problem is I messed up when I did.
Shout out to those individuals going out there getting counseling, working on themselves. Shout out to those who are looking at themselves in the mirror doing that. But at the same time, you got to realize you're living with that person. And that person's not, you think that person's going to morph in front of you, but you get to see everything. So if that person's not morphing and you feel as if though you are, it's going to be some type of resistance on one side or the other.
It's a lot of it.
It comes down to a lot of people thinking they can change people too.
Right. That's a big problem.
Like you know who this person is, but you think I'm going to be the one to change him. And when the nigga don't change, then that person is not the problem.
Right.
I ain't the problem. I told you when you met me, I was a trifling nigga your mama warned you about. But you figured you could be the one to change me. No. I told you who I was. You didn't want to hear it.
Right.
When did something end that you were the reason? And did you owned that it was you?
All of them. I told you this earlier, man. I told you this earlier. Back in my younger days, long time ago. My boys nicknamed me 6 month lease. Okay. And I told you, while they were calling me that, I told you I call myself Mr. Know How to Fuck Up a Good Thing. I didn't blame it on nobody. Every time in my past, not every time, but 8 times out of 10, any breakup I had was 80-20% my fault. Granted, everyone wasn't no damn angel, but it was 80% my fault why that shit didn't work.
So when did you decide that you need to fix you and get yourself together?
Who said I fixed myself? I just stopped doing the shit I was doing.
Yeah, he started working on himself. You said fix, but it's just like an addict.
I just cut something out.
Thank you. It's like an addict. If you've been clean for 20 years,
gonna mean you. Ain't I fixing it?
That's not fixing it. That's not fixing it.
You're working on it every day. You're working to be a better person.
So
you didn't fix yourself.
So somebody who used to eat bacon young and just said, I don't want to eat pork anymore. They fixing themselves.
Heck yeah, because you're fixing your health.
I'm working on it.
That's just right. I'm getting rid of something. That's not fixing the paradigm. Getting rid of something does not mean.
So y'all don't like the word fix to get y'all triggered.
It doesn't always fit. Is what I'm saying.
He's just telling you using the word wrong. It doesn't trigger us. Don't try. So that's that was female.
Yeah, because you were like, I didn't fix. I just turned it off.
No. I wasn't like that.
But you changed. Well, birds of a feather. But you changed.
That ain't true.
So
if you hang out with a pack of hoes, it means you a hoe too? Listen, I'm just saying. Every nigga, just because
if it's a pack of y'all.
No. If I hang out with 20 dudes
if it's a pack
who get down with the ganja, does that mean I smoke too?
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? If I hang out with 20 dudes,
alcoholics, you alcoholic too.
You might try.
So if I hang out with 12 barbers, that means I'm a barber?
It's a profession. That ain't the same damn thing. Now you sound like somebody's mama. If everybody jump, you gonna jump. No, but if they go to the party, I'm right.
Well, birds of a feather. If they do that, it means I'm.
Hey, Tish. You run with your type of people. Y'all act alike, so it is what it is. But again,
we also do a lot of things differently.
Right.
Like only thing I see is your workout regimen. That's about it.
No, that would work. That's 5 a.m. slim over there. Don't.
Not no more. Give me about 5 months. 4 months.
Give me 4 months. 4 months.
Your workout regimen is different.
Don't try to play my.
I looked at my Instagram pictures the other day and cried in the bathroom by myself. I'm working on myself. Yeah. I didn't fix it.
Yeah, fix your habits. You make me sick with this word.
Bro, don't you when you do that though? See a picture when you was small, you
was focused.
And I thought I was fat then.
Yes.
Everybody ain't cute when they were smaller. Some people, please listen to me. Some of y'all don't lose no weight.
Oh no, you missed it.
Oh man.
You might like yourself, but whatever.
Oh man.
What you mean whatever? Isn't the purpose is to I gotta like me before I gotta like anybody else?
Represent me.
So what you mean?
Don't do that.
This wordplay thing you're displaying as a female is just very.
What did you have to drink before you got
water? And that's when I realized
what kind of water?
Which water was it? Alkaline water.
It had to be tapped because
it wasn't tapped.
I knew something was up.
Last time I drank tap water, you had a whole attitude. We're better than that. Now, remember the time you got me? It was like you too big to drink out of the faucet. Get you a bottle.
No, I just said we're not poor anymore. But I grew up drinking at the water hose when I was playing basketball outside. I've never told anybody they too.
You told me get
She don't know about that.
I've never told
told
that.
me get it together.
Nigga, I'm a water hose baby. You hear me?
You told me get it together.
Well, nah, like it's I don't know, like the mindset. You gotta think, you gotta give somebody who's like-minded, somebody who's supportive of your thoughts.
What you always say?
Equally
Equally yoked.
Well, equally yoked is right.
That's
But
what you
the
always
thing,
screaming.
we talk about that a lot. And so what I'm learning is that even when we get in our prayer hour, when we have these different conversations with girls get on the phone, I even said in one book I read, it was like the power of prayer to change your marriage. The first chapter of the book said, ask God to change you. You came in the book thinking he does this, he does that, he does this. And it started with fixing you. Nah.
No, I'm agreeing with that, but like that it don't take. It's not rocket. Like we're adults. At some, I'm not saying you're gonna always figure it out, but at some point when things fall, that's why I always say take the good with the bad. You look at the common denominator. The common denominator always gonna be you. So you automatically think, okay, what can I do in this situation? It's just like somebody getting over on me. Somebody get over on me. I'm like, oh, how did that happen? You ask yourself, how did that happen?
Right.
Because you feel as if though you're too witty or clever.
How did I let this happen?
For that to run on you. So like at the same time, like it's the same thing in relationships. So sometimes you try to
fix
fix
something
yourself.
wrong with you.
No, that don't mean there's something wrong with you. That means
but it's
somebody
good.
That means somebody that you rock with doesn't. It strikes them wrong. So if you really love them, you'll make adjustments. But at the same time, they're not actually to change. But you got to adjust because you want some adjustment too.
So somebody with a good heart that always get ran over, they need to change. They need to stop having a good heart.
So yes, that's exactly
right. Stop having a good heart. Be mean to motherfuckers.
You're taking it to the extreme, but it's saying that sometimes
value your yes.
So sometimes people have a good heart, and it's not to do good for other people. It's what they get off on themselves. There are some people
that's not a good heart
that are doing stuff out there, and you think, oh, well, they're doing this and that.
That's not a good heart.
But it happens, and they really mean good, but they are addicted to doing it.
But that's not.
And you ain't supposed to do that for everybody. You ain't supposed to give everybody money. My heart makes me do it. Yeah, but that's a crackhead. Stop.
You know, I have no problem telling a nigga
I ain't
no.
talking about you. You said people with good heart. I ain't saying your heart bad, but I'm saying this.
I heard what you just said, but it's cool.
Sometimes a person with good heart.
I own my ish.
You have to. A person with a good heart has to have good boundaries. You have to know how to use your no, because if not, they're gonna run you over.
True.
Hell no.
You made a good point when you said so. A person with a good heart, yes, you have to change.
No, you got to make adjustments.
You do absolutely.
What I'm saying is the difference is in a relationship when you're making adjustments, you consider the other person's feelings, thoughts, and emotions. When you think about how to utilize that person's thoughts and emotions for the benefit of me. So like it goes down like people always thinking like the 50-50. I hate the 50-50 thing because people thinking like, well, he pay all bills. There's people out here getting the bills paid and their man is paying 100% of the bills and they doing 100% of nothing.
100%, bro. So
and they think just because they can look bad on Instagram and get adored from people that they'll never meet and ignoring that man is walking in the house providing everything.
That 50-50 is something else, bro.
Because the mindset of people right now is ridiculous.
Yeah, like with that 50-50, I was telling you about it. Dude came on there, bro. It was one of them pop the balloon things. Mm-hmm. And my man said, it was 5 women. Like, how do you feel about going 50-50? And the first girl said, it all depends. Second girl popped the balloon. And she was like, it all depends. And he's like, all right, check this out. I make $70K a year. I'm a special ed. I'm a teacher. I work with special ed kids. I make $70K a year. Are you cool with going 50-50? Or are you cool with just living off of a $70,000 salary? Meaning, if we live off my salary, are you cool with less? Because I'm going to pay for everything.
Right.
But it's not going to be a trip every other weekend.
Right.
Because I have no problem if you don't want to go 50-50. She popped the balloon. Her reason being, I know what I'm worth. I follow doctors and nurses, and I know I want the debt that I put myself in to be worth it. So you're telling me you want me to pay your debt that you put yourself in, but you don't want to go 50-50 with me on anything. That's somebody whose mindset is completely fucked. Excuse my language.
But that's the point that we're making tonight. Usually we can tell everybody what's wrong with them, but I always wonder when the people go home and watch themselves on these clips, when you sit down by yourself and you got to deal with nobody but you, do you sit back and say, you know what? I probably do have an effed up way of thinking.
I tell you all the time, I'm an asshole.
You got something gonna mess up. You got to sit down and evaluate yourself.
But people are not changing. When you look at right now, so we had a conversation about the economy and all this world. What's it doing?
But everything doesn't warrant a change. Sometimes you just have to find a person you just have to find a person who's willing to put up with your ways.
That's true too.
If you find your person, you know that nigga, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Yeah. But I don't care because that's my person. She's gonna be this one. She's not gonna cook. She's not gonna do this. But I don't mind because that's my person. So it's not always warranting a change. You just have to be If you know you don't want to change because you like who you are, just be ready to be turned down by 22 people. You have to wait for that 23rd to make sure that person gonna be able to deal with your flaws and vice versa.
Right.
So it doesn't always warrant a change. Changing is good. Growing up is good. I've grown up. All the shit I said I was doing back in the past, I don't do shit like that anymore. So I did make the change. However, everything doesn't want to change. Some people like themselves. Right. I like who I am. And I just have to wait for that person that I want to be with to like me the same way. It may not be woman A, B, or C. I might have to wait till I get the letter W.
I think as you grow and evolve, you're naturally going to change. And if you don't, something's wrong. Because you should not be today, like you said, at 40, who you were at 20. Right. And that's just evolution. And we were like, oh, no, I didn't change. Yes, you did. Because your mindset changed. Your risk factor changed. And you did have to get some stuff together. I had to.
Man, I couldn't keep up with no shit I was doing. That ain't me changing. That's just me aging. There's a difference.
You know, y'all and y'all synonyms. Niggas, you fix, change, and reevaluate. I'm about sick of y'all right now.
Because we got good vocabulary.
It don't make no sense. But I do think that right now, if we don't start checking our own mindsets, we ain't gonna never get better. Because this stuff on the internet now, it's not cute. It's actually ignorant.
It's ignorant. It is. It really is.
And when you say get better, what exactly do you mean?
Okay, so there was a one I watched that made me think about when the lady said, "I'm an independent woman. I'm strong-minded. I'm an alpha female. Men are intimidated by me, and that's why I can't find a good man." Or could it be that you have built yourself up on breaking people down? And now you're wondering why nobody wants to be around you.
Well, maybe, or is it because you don't know how to be a woman to a man? Or is it because you don't know how to be a wife? If you've never seen it before, do you know how to do it?
Right.
And I say that to say this. A lot of our women, unfortunately, grew up in single mother homes. Right? Their mother taught them to be independent, strong women to where they don't have to depend on a man, which is not a problem because these women are educated. They're doing everything on their own. They're making more money than us, which is great. But you don't know how to be a wife to a man because you never saw it. Right. Like if you want to learn how to play basketball, are you gonna learn that from a football coach? Or are you gonna learn from somebody who knows something about basketball? If you want to learn how to cook, you're gonna learn from somebody who works at the zoo, or you're gonna learn from a chef. You can't learn to be something from somebody who don't know how to do it.
It's true.
Talking about all goddamn women.
You know that is why he's saying that.
Talking about all women, bro. And I'm not saying that they're not women because these women are very smart. They're very educated. They're very independent. They're making money. They don't need niggas for nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. Are they independent? And
they're independent.
I know there's a few of them out there, but I'm saying if they're so independent, why are all of them? No, he got to pay for everything. I know my worth. Like
number one. Number two.
That's the thing that's killing them.
If you're so independent, then where do I come in? Where do I come in your life?
Them. So that's the narrative. Those women who are doing that saying come in and pay for everything are not the ones I'm talking about.
No, you got traveling nurses talking like that too.
That don't make her independent. Because she's making the money don't mean she's managing.
I get that. Financial literacy ain't got nothing to do with being independent.
Well, hold on. You know so what is your definition of being independent?
So when someone says they're independent, Brandy from what's the thing? Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That's the type of woman we're talking about. That woman did not need Martin. She never one time said in there, I need you to pay my bills. She said, listen, I don't need shit from you. I'm good with me. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones who are demanding those type of things and those type of gifts and that type of time, but ain't got that type of lifestyle.
But that ain't the woman.
Mindset doesn't match the lifestyles.
But when I started, that was not the woman I described. I not one time described Miss I got a BBL and I'm going to get a fitness show. I'm not asking about people who doing that. I said women now who say I'm independent, I'm an alpha female, and men don't want to deal with me because they're intimidated. That was not that girl you just described. That was Brandy.
An independent. So Brandy, right?
Right.
Brandy from Thin Line. What role does a man play in her life? If I don't need shit from you, leave me alone. That woman becomes a cat lady because she keeps telling men to leave her alone. What role does a man play in her life? Because she's so independent.
And that's the point of tonight.
I'm asking you.
He doesn't but she feels like men are the problem. So you do this and you do that. She did not sit down herself and say, you know what, I'm a little bit crazy and I kill a man.
Well, she wasn't really that crazy. She had her reasons, because she definitely told Martin leave him alone, and that nigga did what he did.
He did what he did. They kept playing with him.
As you grow up, you realize Martin wasn't so innocent in that damn movie.
No, he wasn't.
He was not so innocent in that movie. But so it's not a man being intimidated by you. Then it's you telling us leave you alone. It's not intimidation. You're so independent where you saying I don't need another person.
You've been blinded. You've been blinded by
pushing
success.
people away.
So there's a difference between saying you're so independent or we're intimidated by you. We're not intimidated by shit. You're telling me to leave you alone. So guess what I did? I left you alone.
And that's where I said today, that's one of the situations where people don't do self-reflection. She thinks the man's a problem. Women thinks the opposite. But even the second one I mentioned when I came back and we went to a different narrative, there are people, there are men in this world who have issues with women, and they are verbally abusive. They go back and they will argue about every woman. F. Kamala, F. Michelle. These women act like this. They say women are stupid. They got all these different conversations. That's it. But they have issues with women, but they want a woman. You keep pulling them. You're laying up with them. You womanize.
But again, is that an issue with him, or is it something that they're doing? Because the people you're talking about can tell you everything that the woman did that made him so upset.
So you don't think he has a problem?
I don't know. I'm not saying it's always self-reflection though. And again, this goes both ways. A woman always blaming a man. Well, baby girl, you could be the problem. A man always blaming homo, you could be the problem. But if all the women that he's running into and he's dealing with are doing A, B, and C, and this is what irks him, I'm not the problem. She's doing this.
All the women he deals with?
Maybe.
So he's not attracting
I don't know what
wrong? Because you attract what you are. You attract a reflection of yourself.
Listen,
I don't know, man.
I'm saying the real problem is simple. The real solution is simple. I don't mean to say problem. The solution is simple. Y'all got to get off these phones and start back court. You got to start getting to know people.
So you think as simple as getting back to court is going to fix the dynamic?
Yeah, because you can find out you're crazy before that.
Here's the thing, though, bro. That has to come on the woman's part. Talking about a normal, and I say, and no, hold on, Chris. I say this talking about normal relationships because if a man asks you for your number today, but you can get my Insta, you can get my TikTok, you can get this. I didn't ask you for your goddamn social media. I asked you for your phone number, but you want me to go to your page and Google over your pictures and and see how you live your life. I didn't ask you for that. I asked you for your number so I can give you a call later.
Right.
But you want to give me your thing and see if I can work up to get your number. I ain't got time for that. Baby girl, can I get your number? I can call you sometime.
Right.
Well, nah, I don't really give up my number, but you can get my Instagram. You know
so what makes a man mean? What makes a man move different when it comes to women? Where he's
we can't answer that because it's men got their own reasons. Yeah. But at the same time, like the women got their own reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say what makes a man trigger.
I am, because it's amazing that when we talked about women, you're like, she did this, she wore that, she had on blue, she went pink.
Because we're a man, we can tell you about our experiences. You ask me about men.
When you ask a man about men, they're like, I don't know.
You ask me, so what makes a man mean? I'm like, I can't speak for Betty.
I can't tell you what made that nigga mean. Why he's so upset? I can tell you why I was mean.
Yeah.
So what makes a woman independent?
Damn, what's what we asked you?
I said a woman who handles her own.
You gave us that. Okay, we
said that.
We never gave the definition.
When you look at a woman right now, what makes you say to yourself, you know what, she one of those girls?
I can't. Once I can sit and see.
I can tell you once she give me her phone number.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can talk and have a conversation, I can't just judge a book across the room. My thing is like, that's the problem. You think because you got the outfit on, supposed to bow. You think because you jumping out this car, I'm supposed to bow. You think it because you get 500
so you say somebody feel
entitled about? Nah, yeah.
You just said that you was ready to say no. Nah, so women feel entitled. Some women.
Definitely. A great majority of it is, and it's increasing. It is increasing to a detriment. There's a lot of it's more single women around here now. It's a lot of single women out here.
It's a lot of situationships, which is what made me really think about why are we like that? Like we behind the scenes. I will say this: you got 1 million people posting about women ain't shit, men ain't shit. They all post it all day long. When they get off the internet, when they not with the crowd of people, they are laying up with whatever will hold them that night. You're not being realistic.
That's not what sells.
That's
That's
not what made her mean.
Why hasn't it?
That didn't make her mean.
Why wasn't it?
How's that gonna make her mean?
Okay, so if I'm a woman and no man wants to deal with me relationship wise, but I got men coming in and out of my house at night, so you don't mind laying with me, but you don't want to be my man. You don't want nobody to know you got a little
difference.
Would make a woman.
No,
but you asked me what make a woman mean.
But you said nobody wants a relationship with you. You said nobody wants a relationship with you. You just told me a lot of men, they just want short relationships.
That's not a relationship. Relations. There's no ship.
I know. Take the ship off. Take the ship off.
But once again, like you said, you on the internet say one thing, but at home you go ahead and lay with whoever's gonna have you.
Lay with anybody.
But that's on you. You could have told that nigga no. You could have told that man no.
And that's what make them mean.
What
make who mean?
Women. When you ask me what makes women mean, you're
Rejection.
settling.
So,
Good God Almighty, yes.
I know.
So what makes a woman mean was the fact that she didn't say no.
Yes, that's the point. And to you, you're laughing, but that's a reality check that most people be like, so I didn't say no, I should have said no, but what if that's what I wanted? The reality is you laugh, but it's serious because you, common sense is not common. I'm dead ass serious.
We know you are.
There are a lot of you laugh. I'm telling you, there are so many people you sit down with right now, and you can ask a woman, why was she led with and that's all she's getting? Why are you letting these niggas run through you like that? Why don't you just say no? And we laugh about it. Nigga made a whole song about it.
But I'm just saying, you saying that the woman is mad because she allowed.
I didn't say she was mad, so she's mean.
She's mean because
she couldn't say no.
Because she didn't say no. Because her desire for attention in that moment was more powerful than her need for
it's still on the woman. It's still on the woman.
That was the point. That is the point of the whole damn topic tonight. Is the woman looking at herself. That's like the point I'm saying.
That's like a Trump supporter, nigga. That's what you voted for.
Because what I'm saying is like if you got four guys.
You read anything we said.
Listen, but what I'm saying is if she is.
Thank you. He's missing it.
Who's missing? Who is that?
Tonight's point of the
why you be talking to these people when we're talking here like that?
The point of tonight's show is what if the reason you can't find peace is because of the chaos you bring?
Thought it was overgeneral. I didn't know it was just women
and men.
Okay, so well you said
saying if a woman is sitting here mad at men and you're looking at, well, why you can't run through me?
It's still the woman.
You don't say no, lady.
Yeah, but at the same time, I still blame the woman, not because she didn't say no, because out of the 4 or 5 men that's coming to her house a month, she has to decide to land down them several times a piece. Which one is the one she should deal with? That comes on the woman because we can't do it without your consent. Otherwise, it's rape. Even when we don't do it, it's rape.
I'm a have a class of comprehension.
No, that's
today's text message to you hurt this morning was we're so busy pointing fingers we don't do a mirror reflection.
I posted it. I read
so what I just gave you was a scenario where that woman needs to take a look at herself. And you read out exactly what I said.
You said that's what makes them mean.
That's what makes her. That woman has become mean from her own bullshit.
Got you. All right.
I've been saying that.
Got you.
All right. So.
In the mighty name of Jesus, Lord.
Got you, man. Listen.
When I say people, when we just talked about these men that be like, he a simp, he a simp, he a simp. He's paying her bills, he's doing all this. Now you sitting back angry because you like these bitches, not you.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
You was talking about me.
I mean, you said now you sitting there angry. I mean,
you sitting there angry. Have you ever paid a bunch of women's bills?
For what?
Then I'm not talking to you. Now, if you out here in the man and you paying all these women's bills and then all of a sudden you get mad, it's not the women, it's you. It's you. And that's the point. That's the whole damn point. There's a TikTok video of a man out there crying about that.
We used to call it tricking off.
It ain't tricky if you got it.
But see, now niggas saying that ain't tricky if you got it. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's tricky, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, yeah. No. You're right.
You're still tricking.
No,
I just went off the song and just ran with it.
Right. Cause I was thinking niggas made a whole song about it, and everybody's talking about, oh, it ain't chicken. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You can be Jeff Bezos, billionaire chilling.
You still tricking.
If you pay all these niggas, you tricking.
Yeah, you tricking.
You tricking.
Right.
We've allowed people to take the bullshit that they do and make it okay.
You also got to think of the fine line between what is tricking and what is taking care of your partner.
Provided versus tricking.
Right. I mean, because there's a thin line. Cockiness and confidence is a thin line.
It's a thin line.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So that's where the issue really comes in. If somebody's taking care of their partner, or they fucking tricking. And women trick off too.
They do. They definitely do. Remember we had that conversation where you had a post and you said these women say you can't take them bowling, you can't take them to the library, you can't take them to the moon,
you can't take them on coffee dates, you can't take them to ice cream, you can't take them to Applebee's, you can't take them to Red Lobster.
That's what got me, bro, because
where are we supposed to go? Because
that was the setup to get to know you.
If you think Ruth Chris is your first date, Bitch, you tripping.
Now the man was said, fine.
Yeah.
This is what we can't do. What that man said he won't do.
I don't remember.
That man said he ain't feeding another man's kids.
Oh,
he ain't taking care of your bills. He ain't getting your nails done. And so I said, why? And he said, well, that's a husband's job. I said, but you know, we feed kids. We do this. Well, we like this about it. You know why? Because people have been so used and abused. They get to the point now where women think they have to have these exquisite dates, going on camping trips or going to the islands. Men are like, I'm not paying for your whole damn family, and everybody's sick of everybody.
Used and abused, they've been misinformed. I'm serious, they've been misinformed.
I'm just trying to figure out, how does that become a self-reflection though?
If I am buying people's love and hoping that if I pay for you enough, you're going to lay with me, that's a self-reflection. I should not have to pay for it.
So how is that different from being a provider and take care of your partner? Because if I'm paying for things because I feel, you know, I want you to be my partner, I want you to be my partner. This is before we get married. I'm taking care of you.
Right.
Is that not me buying your love?
No.
How was that?
I love you because if I love you, remember earlier today we said, if I love you, then I love you regardless. I'll sign. People say, you said about the prenup conversation. They'll sign a prenup if they're not preparing to leave you.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm in love with you, I'm in love with you whether you're rich, broke, or indifferent.
You're going to sign this prenup.
Absolutely. But if absolutely. Shit, why wouldn't you?
Oh, man.
But if I am only here for what you give me, when the money stops, so do I. Remember that lady who that man lost his job? She left him and didn't tell him that she had all that money put up to the side?
Yeah.
That was his money though.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is
it is the point.
No, I'm not. That's not the point I'm making right now. The point I'm making now is when that man didn't have it to give, she was out.
That ain't love.
He was buying her love. He was buying all this shit to get her. He was buying it to impress her. And the minute he needed help, she was out.
Isn't that what courting is? I'm taking you out on dates to impress you, get to know you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dating me to get to know me and paying my lifestyle.
I'm still paying for everything.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm serious. Y'all get away with too much.
Women get away with too much?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely do. Definitely do.
Tori said men are never loved unconditionally.
They're not.
We're not.
Only babies and puppies are loved unconditionally.
For real.
Women ain't loved unconditionally either.
Women, let me tell you something.
Y'all get it a little bit more than we do, but men are absolutely not loved.
We're isolated. Listen, women don't understand that men love attention. Men want to feel wanted. Men want to feel chased. Men want to feel appreciated too. Y'all got this thing thinking that this exterior that we walk around with that is cool. We got to sit with that in the bathroom every day before we unload to take a dump, to take a shower, or just to think in general. My whole thing is like, it's not really about. A lot of these women are talking about how they can be catered to, but they're not catering to their partner. So when I'm saying 50-50 is a hoax, if that works for you, it's cool. If it's 80-20, that works for you, it's cool. But the 50-50 is deeper than just the finances. And the 50-50 comes down to emotional attention.
That's my biggest thing with that 50-50
chasing
conversation.
each other, you know?
Everybody runs straight to financing, and that's not what a man means.
I agree.
That if I'm taking care of all the bills, baby, you taking care of the house, that's cool.
Right.
But that mean that's still taking care of the house is a job.
I'm getting this.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's 50% of our partnership, because taking care of the house while I'm out here, that's a fucking job. I'm not gonna act like it ain't. Especially if it's kids involved.
No, as a black man, going to work, coming back, I mean, on your way to work is a job.
Yeah.
Getting your job is when you get paid for it. Like, you just really trying to get out here and survive, man. Like I'm just, these women don't know how to say, hey, how was your day?
That 50-50.
They don't. How many women say when he come in the house and he had a rough day and I talked to him, he would text me this all day, I'm gonna give him a massage. I'm gonna give him some top. I'm gonna have this ready for him. None of them
rub his feet.
I'm gonna rub his like that's gone. That's gone. So
when you supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. And there's a lot of women out here that just don't know how to do the only thing they know how to do is post, share, and
bullshit. So what about the women
who
do? Because I know because y'all are aggravating women right now. The good women. Let me say that y'all are pissing good women off. What happens? Listen,
are we triggering you?
Listen,
did we trigger you?
So what happens when a woman does all that and it's still not enough?
Oh what?
Oh what?
Everything.
What's everything?
Everything that man needs, she takes care of.
Ain't no woman doing all that.
Bullshit.
Ain't a man doing all that. It's impossible to do everything.
What that baby say?
Nah.
Bull crap.
So then it's a self-reflection. Because
I want new friends.
Oh, boy.
I want new friends.
Hurry up.
because
I want new friends.
no.
And I know you
What
lying.
if
You
a-
say they don't do it all the time.
What if a woman does this and it keeps happening to her over and over again? Well, then, like you said, the person with a good heart has to change. Then you got to change
Why,
too.
like, calm down. Like, you can't just like share it. Like,
been fucking crazy.
I get you.
Women are
Like,
going crazy.
I told you.
Listen, first of all, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight.
we do
love y'all.
appreciate y'all too.
But no, seriously though.
Got to be more careful.
Listen, I'm being serious to answer your question. No, if a woman is doing that, if she's doing everything and it still doesn't work out for her and it happens to her more than once, then that becomes self-reflection, just like the person with the good heart. You have to change your ways and start telling niggas no.
I hate to think it's you.
I hate to think it's you, but sometimes you gotta like, yo, I'm being walked over because I got a good heart.
Right.
So if a woman is doing all of that and it's still not working out for her time and time again, self-reflection. Stop being that person to everybody.
Ain't nobody giving no.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, they do it. That.
Absolutely. Herc, I can't believe of all people in this world, your ignorant self said now, well, you got a wife that does everything.
Yeah, she does. I said,
Ain't no woman doing that. Ain't no woman doing that.
Ain't no. I said ain't too many.
That's all your lies. Ain't no. I can't wait back.
Many.
What's his name? Jack Frank. Run the tape. Run the
It's
tape.
Keith. You don't even know him. That's why we got you to consider. He wanted to just take you out.
I'm telling you, I'm done. It's because that's the reality is that there are women out there.
See, you're done when I said it might be a self-reflection on a woman. But let a man say he got to realize he got to stop holding around chicken.
Because
oh, no. He needs to do that.
earlier today was like, ain't no self-reflection. Now he's like, you know what?
I didn't know. I said not everything is, see? Well, you only hit women only.
Now that's a problem right there. And that's what I was glad you said.
What did she say, Chris?
And there are men that allow them to do it. There are men that allow a woman to do that. They'll let you run yourself till you fool. You can pay every bill. You can take care of everything. You can fix every meal. You can do everything in the world. You can pray, hump, whatever. And it's still never enough. And there are people who allow you to do that. Bull to the crap.
Another thing, man. People think because they're doing it, they're doing it. You're not. Like you may be praying. You may not be praying in my way. You may be no, seriously.
No, I'm laughing at the comments, bro.
Tamika said the self-reflection is that we're being good to the wrong man. Thank you, Tamika.
That could be. That's still self-reflection.
That's self-reflection. Yeah, that's you realize. That's you realize.
It's still self-reflection. You're being good to the wrong person. You're right. But you realize that in yourself. I got to stop doing this for that person.
But she want me to think that women are mad because out of the 5 people that came in her house that month.
I'm not gonna say it on here, but I'm gonna show him a list of women tonight that walk around here angry, and she's wondering why that woman act like that because she can't get what she wants because she won't change herself.
Men too.
Well, that's what the fuck we said.
Ooh,
you got a little vulgar. You
heard that vulgarity just now?
Yeah. You don't want no sponsors. You don't say like 5 F-bombs.
Jeez Louise.
Leave that to me. That's my job.
Self-reflection. That's self-reflection right there.
Oh God, but that's
self-destruction. Talk about self-destruction.
If you don't sit down and fix yourself and find out what makes you pick the stuff you pick and do the stuff you do, whether you are a man or a woman, you're going to continue to be made a fool of.
You like what you like.
You can like crack, but if you keep smoking it, eventually you're going to die.
Like you find another crackhead. That's all I'm saying.
Two crackheads can live forever.
You say I've been cooking crack for all the time. Well, you don't cook it like Keith. Like you could be doing just because you're doing don't mean you're doing. You got to still have that 50-50 connection with your partner to find out, am I doing it right? Let me relate to this right.
I mean,
that's what you got to do.
That's another
thing. That's exactly it. That's my point.
That's another thing. And it's both ways too. Just because you feel you're doing something don't mean you're doing it right.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's another thing. I'm agreeing with you. Because I can feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do for this woman, but I ain't doing it to how she needs it done for her.
That's right. And that's where he said, Tori said, women feel like they're doing the most. So there's a lot of women that'll say, I've done everything for this man. I put roses on this. I did that. But that man didn't ask for roses. You did for him what you wanted.
Right.
See?
Instead of what he wanted. And that's where you have to sit down with yourself and say, what am I doing wrong? But that's why today I said, after watching all them damn videos, does anybody ever sit back and look at themselves and say, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking this shit the wrong damn way.
Yeah. You have to.
I do all the time.
You gotta have
I know you do.
No, seriously, I don't know. 2 weeks ago, We had to get ready for a meeting we about to go to. And what did I say? I said, you know what, Chris? I'm blocking my own blessings by being having
You
that
sure
fucking
did.
attitude.
You damn
I gotta
sure
change
did.
the way I do. I do it all the fucking time.
Sure did. You do.
I gotta change how I'm thinking and approaching this because I'm blocking my own blessings.
You definitely do.
Right.
We've had those conversations.
Does anybody do it?
So like Evan,
Yep.
I can.
Listen,
For real.
I reflect all the time. I know I ain't perfect. I got
Even
many
in
flaws.
defeat.
I'm a good dude, but I got flaws, and I
we
know
all
I
got flaws, but I'm saying even in defeat, no, it's
And
something I did wrong. Let me figure out what I did wrong. You won, but you didn't beat me.
Yeah, you won this battle. I'm gonna win this.
Let me see what I did. Let me see what I did wrong. You check yourself.
There's no need to be angry about something that somebody else is doing to you when you allowing it. That's a big piece of it.
That's
and
true.
A lot of times we sit back and want to say the person. No, you're letting it. They keep cheating on me. Then don't go back. If you go back to a person you know has habits, this is what's going to happen. Don't go back. You can't control what people do, but you can control you and how you respond to it.
What you can't do, and this is the cardinal of everybody, men, women, everybody part of the other community. What you can't do is expect you out of anybody else.
Right.
Now that's true too.
That boils down to everything. Don't expect what you would do for the next person to do the same thing, because that ain't how this works.
You have to deal with your person where they are.
You have to
and so another self-reflection that we said was expectations. Where are your expectations at?
Ruth Chris on the first date, you better change that shit.
Ruth Chris was on the list. You can't go. You got to take him to Cancun on Tuesday.
They need no boo. Listen, if you can't meet me at Marble Slab, let's get a cup of ice cream and sit outside in Sand Hills and have a conversation. You ain't for me.
You go in the
know
park.
what kills me?
You ain't for me. You ain't for me.
You know what kills me about that though?
Date.
Listen.
The women who get on there and post that they got to have a date in Turks and Caicos.
Single as hell.
But here's the kicker. If a man tell you he want to take you out for coffee, your ass will spin backwards and find a Starbucks gift card, because the reality is many of them at home lonely.
But the thing is, they not going for the coffee. They honestly going so they can take a picture. Say they went to Starbucks.
Right.
To feed back into the stuff that got them alone. What I'm saying is get away from what's prevalent in conversation and actually sitting down and find out about somebody. You don't have to get a body to understand it's about to be a murder. And don't let that go over your head. You don't have to be a body, meaning you don't have to lay down with somebody and like, oh no, I ain't messing with him, this, that, and the third, or I ain't messing with her, this, that, and the third after a month and a half. Like if you take a month and a half to 2 months to realize that I got to get to know this person. But some of y'all just jumping in the car because it's a nice car and you going to Roof Chris, fail to realize I don't even know this guy.
So that's a reality check. People are looking for more attention than affection, because it's a lot of men out here that you see a picture, you're like, oh, that's a beautiful couple. But before they took that picture, that man said, shut the fuck up, smile. And you be like, what?
Attention is the new root of all evil.
Listen, you done put them all in my back pocket, especially the day when we get to break the first 40 minutes down.
I don't give a F.
But that's a reality, is that people are seeking more attention than they are affection. You'd rather
is the newest drug out here.
But you're sitting at home and you got attitudes and y'all are fighting all the time. That's not right. That's not normal. At some point, you got to sit back and say, you know what, this stuff we doing ain't right. And I got to fix this.
Let's be honest here. I want y'all to understand too, with that type of mindset, that type of attitude, it's deeper than your sexual relationship.
Shit is bigger than
it's your job. It's your inner circle. It's your old friends, college friends, high school friends, whatever, so have you. At the same time, you're not shifting for the grower or to expand. Like you're just gonna be that snake in that cage. You're not gonna grow.
That's what you're saying.
So when you got a good group of people around you, it's good for somebody to say, "Hey, I made it home. Hey, y'all okay? Hey, what y'all doing today? Hey, you messing up? Hey, man, old girl talked to my wife, and this is how she feeling, and this is how I think you need to approach it." If you ain't around people like that at this age, like switch up your circle. And it's not about you being right. I like to be around people who are better than me in some aspect. And I feel as if though not envy, but some form of admiration. Like I wish I had that gene. And the closer I'm getting that gene to stick by that person. But if that person can be honest with me about my flaws, my mistakes, even if they're saying it in a soft way or sugarcoat, and I appreciate the tip, because at the same time it's the truth. And sometimes that's what a lot of us need. So a lot of y'all got to get yourselves right, just stay in that circle to get the opportunity to get to learn from somebody else. Because it isn't always the correct way.
That's true. What I say was good to me. We
don't know because we was waiting to go through them, but you said a lot of stuff.
This way to go through them.
We was waiting to go through all these things here. A reality check for a lot of people. We have to go see it. We have to go back and watch the show and figure out what he said and be like, oh, that's it.
Nah, that's when I said you can't expect you out of other people.
can't expect you out of other people.
I agree. And that's where a lot of us have to sit back sometimes and go, all right, maybe it's me. Like Tamika said, her first date with Kevin was at a Riverwalk and they talked. It was the best date ever. I will also say something that did hit home. A lot of these things we see online is a skit. In reality, we're so TikTok and all these things have become such a prevalent thing for us that we're thinking everybody thinks like that. I can tell you right now, I sit with a group of 9 women, and none of the 9 I sit with think like that.
You on your way then? Yeah. You on your way? You need to bring 9 more in.
But it's not that everybody don't think like that. We're just seeing it a lot more now that people actually do think like this.
Right. That's what it is.
It's just like with the cop kill. I hate to bring that up, but cops been doing this. But we finally got camera footage seeing it.
Right.
It's nothing new. This has been going on. So it's the same thing with the people on TikTok. Not everybody thinks like that. We just able to see it more now. Because everybody has a problem getting on the internet like we're doing
and showing
how we think.
That's the problem.
And that's it.
That's the problem.
And so you look back. You do. I was thinking about something. The book would be really good, but it's a reality.
I'm dead putting out a book.
And that's why I said for a chance tonight, no, we don't want to battle the sexes. Sit back and call out what it really is. As a woman, I will say sometimes we have stuff misconstrued and we have to sit back. And the problem is people don't want to be vulnerable and own their own mess ups because they're going to be like, oh, see, you did it. It's not to jump all over a person. It's to sit back and say, wait a minute. You know why the man act like that? Because you don't respect him.
Right. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. The girl can call her girlfriend and she can say, girl, I did this to mine. Go get that child support money. Go down there and you get this, you get that. And
it happens.
And it carries on and on
but
and on.
That's where that vulnerable conversation between people in relationships or co-parents and have to come through. Before my divorce finalized, you can ask my ex-husband. I apologized for what I went wrong in it. He had his, I had mine, but we both said, you know what?
Self-reflection.
Hell yeah, it took a whole lot of self-reflection. When you're grieving, you got to sit with yourself. I did a tremendous amount and said, this is what I won't do going forward because it didn't give me good results. But you have to sit down and realize, what are you doing? Every time he get mad, you cuss him slam out. If you ain't like when your parents cussed you out, what you think is going to make you feel like if that's coming from your woman, that you wait for somebody to pat you on the back? Yeah, but you can't just cuss people out. You got to learn how to talk to people.
My mama said you stupid.
Be a bit more.
I was being stupid.
Be a bit more accepting. Open up a little bit, man. Like I just seriously, like honestly, like put the lights down, man. Really have a conversation with these people.
But it's hard to, bro.
It's hard.
And women are talking about men don't come up on a purchase number. They intimidate. No, we just know if we come to you and you're not interested, everybody here's gonna hear about it. You're gonna post about it. Nobody wants to be embarrassed like that.
Right.
So we leave it alone.
Right.
Like, nah, I'm not going through that.
What you said about expecting yourself out of others.
Right.
You were right. And that's where you really got, and that's what tonight was about. When I told you earlier, we had a deep conversation. I said, you know what? You think it's a good one? You said, hell yeah. Look what we just did.
I'm not being defensive. I'm just stating something. Everything is in a defense, but you're taking it as defensive because you're not agreeing with what I'm saying.
It's passionate way you deliver it.
Listen, I'm a passionate guy.
Sound like you was listening to response instead of trying to hear him out.
No, he went slam off earlier.
You know that
he went off by these hoes earlier. He did.
He had a moment. He had a moment.
I ain't got time for he had a moment this morning.
But it wasn't a defense thing. It was me trying to make a statement. Everything isn't me being defensive. I'm just trying to tell you something. But you wasn't agreeing with it. And that's cool. We can agree to disagree.
Right.
But don't think, man, why you being so defensive? I'm not being defensive. You just don't agree with what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
That's not me. That's not defense. Right. You just don't see it the same way.
And then you still continuing to tell me, nah, that's why you're mad. That's why you're mad. And I'm really just trying to get my point across. And after a while, somebody say, I don't want to talk. You'll follow him around. Oh, now you want to talk? Now you want to do this? Now you want to do that? Like, you got to, like, come on. Like, it's
I
crazy.
said that. And like when I say I'm done with the conversation, are you shutting down? I'm not shutting down. I'm just about to keep going back and forth.
I'm not about to go back and forth with you. And then you can't even shut it down when you see it coming. You're like, you know what? Never mind. No, say it.
You're right. You're right.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you
right. Now, Tori, I'm going to give you this one because it's about to trigger a big conversation. But Daryl, women are not boring. But Tori said, talking about the internet, he said, right, it's relationship porn.
Yeah.
People are getting off on watching relationships and trying to make theirs mirror it. But it's not realistic.
It's not realistic, man.
Man, listen. I'm telling you, especially when you're married, it's going to be ups. It's going to be downs.
Left
and
and right.
At the same time, you got to make sure somebody that's down for you, helping you up. And I'm serious. Like, we all got our flaws, man. But if you think that you about to get in any type of relationship and it be one-sided and that person can't acknowledge it from the beginning, you a damn fool. They're letting you get away with what they think you can get away with, but there's only so much they're gonna do.
They gonna let it happen. That's
so what I'm saying is like, man, y'all better hurry up and be vulnerable and listen to these conversations that's going on and put down the phone. You like, listen, I remember just being able to sit in my Tahoe, listen to music and talk. Just go to the lake with nothing and talk. Sit on the floor for hours and talk, really getting to know. You understand? Like now, that's the 3-week thing, and buddy already smashing, and you wonder why he don't want you. He ain't calling me back like he want because he got what he needed. He got what he wanted. And sometimes it's sad because it's going both ways. Women are like that too, but man, listen,
they are.
If it's worth it, he gonna sit around for it. That's what I do know. I do know if it's worth it. You putting an extra 2 months on it. He gonna wait on it.
Ooh.
And if he starts slipping away from that within them 2-3 months, you already know that he ain't worth opening it up for. And that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. Read that aloud.
Question for marriage: should a woman have to make a man feel like he wants to marry her, or is that solely on the man?
No, it's 50-50.
Yeah, no, that's
50-50. I gotta feel like you're worthy. You gotta feel as if though I'm gonna be somebody you could build with. Like, what you got with me? Because I get 1,000 likes. Likes ain't gonna pay the bills, but it might be short down there. She might be dry down there, man. There's all kind of problems going on. It is. It's problems out there like that. It's problems out there like that. I'm serious.
It's real.
I'm serious. Like all jokes.
But I mean, Chris, that like in that question, and I'm about to say something that's kind of fucked up, but women choose who they want to sleep with.
Right.
Men choose who they want to marry.
Right.
We have that power.
Right.
Because everyone out here that I know, I'll be damned if I get on one of these, man. You're absolutely right, baby. You shouldn't have to.
You should have to, yeah.
But you're gonna be a single one until a man decides he wants to marry you.
That's true.
But I mean, that's just like us getting
why? Not you.
That's just like a man getting the punani.
That's
agree all on her.
There's a power balance.
She got the draw. She makes the decision.
She makes that decision.
If he get it without her consent, it's called what?
It's called 10-15.
Yeah. So
I know, especially
10-15. So why give your free 10-15 up to have 10 to 15 years of hell?
Right.
Well, you could have took 3 months.
3 months.
150 days. No. I put 50 days.
You putting too much on
90 days to know this person.
You just being honest.
Been
3 months. I understand. 2 months. It ain't bad, but at the same time, you just meet somebody and y'all leaving the club and you wondering after y'all left the club and you told him he'd come over at 2:30 in the morning. What you think he going to do? Play checkers?
I don't. Oh no, actually.
I don't give a fuck about a woman giving up on the first night.
I don't either.
Let me know what she want out of life.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying,
Andre 3000.
What I'm saying,
ice
cold. Don't be surprised, bro.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
I would say this. What you just said, I don't think what you said was effed up at all. I think that's actually valid because we always say when we say, "Well, why won't you do this?" It's he who finds a wife. He who does this, he chooses that. Men do have the power when it comes to marriage.
That's all of the man's power.
And women have the power when it comes to sex because we have to say yes in that one. It's everybody has their balance, which makes sense, but we don't acknowledge that.
You know what I go back to?
What?
50-50.
50-50. But yeah, 50-50.
Everything's 50-50.
Let me ask you.
Y'all have some power, we have some power.
Is it a fairy tale about a man saying, I had to kiss a lot of bees to get to my queen? Or is it a fairy tale about a woman saying, I had to kiss a lot of frogs to get my prince? She has the option to open up and understand what she does and don't want. You understand what I'm saying? Like these.
That was real deep right there, brother.
No, because that's a 50,000-year-old whatever. That's a 50,000-year-old story, but you don't see men in there said I had to kiss a whole bunch of bees just to get my queen.
So does that mean yes, a woman has to make a man want to?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you my last name. You gotta have more than just a nice body. You gotta have more. I'm serious. I'm giving you my last name. That's my daddy's name.
This nigga D is stupid.
What is that?
Keep it.
I think I know what you're saying, and Tori, I need you to explain what you're asking. What is
she asking? You're having one-on-one conversation with the world.
I asked him to ask. I asked him to, and he asked y'all a question. You're giving an answer because you're right with what you're saying. You're saying you have to be worth marrying. Ain't nobody gonna go out there and marry somebody who is out there just in the streets, wilding out, doing the most. Yes, you have to make that man see the wife in you for that to happen.
No, you be in the streets, get married.
Here's another thing though. A man can see the wife in you and not marry you because he knows he's not ready for that.
That's true.
That's gonna be like, oh, he's a boy, he's not ready.
Yeah.
No, he know he's not gonna be faithful and be true to you. That doesn't mean he didn't see you as a wife. He saw you as a wife, but he knew he wasn't gonna do right by you, so he left it alone. You have to understand that part of it too.
And it's like another thing.
No, he told me that's my daddy's name.
And another
that's my daddy's name.
That's my
I was thinking the same.
Hey, listen, but on another note,
daddy blood, you leave that here.
Fellas, and another note too, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just getting on these ladies now. I'm not. I'm looking at it one side, and I apologize for being biased. Fellas, if you're not ready to step up,
that was self-reflection right there.
If you're not ready to step up to this woman's level, and you two have the option, because when she tell you she's this, she's that, and y'all sitting there chilling, you could decide whether I'm gonna give this woman my time. Value your time, okay? So if you're not gonna take that woman serious, and you know what she's on, and all you got to offer is pipe, like it's somebody out there, you know, who piping better. That's always. But the woman is gonna go with what she feels as though is best for her. So you might as well do the same too. But if you're not ready to step up to this woman, step away.
Facts.
Because Jody's waiting.
Jody is definitely not waiting.
Jody making house calls. Jody know he ain't get married.
D said, nope, keep it. I wasn't done playing yet.
I mean, but see, he's being honest.
It's a maturity level a lot of men don't have. And that's the maturity to say, I'm not ready. There's a lot of people out here playing with people, making them think. There are a lot of men that are out here telling women, I'm going to marry you, I'm going to marry you, I'm going to marry you. And he knows in his head and his heart, he's never going to do it.
You get married, still be in hell now. Married people got the same problems. Don't think because you get married, some magic like umbrella come over you to leave you.
You could be in heaven and as soon as you get married, it's turned to
hell. Like it's all about the individual.
People change.
That's why it's called a union. You got to have a strong union.
So a woman chooses dating or sex, and a man chooses for marriage.
Marriage and
chooses quickie. For marriage, just chooses marriage.
He want a quickie too now.
Look, I need to get him whatever I need.
He want to be quickie now. He ain't gonna just marry. You got to sample something. He got.
Married people have issues, but I would say this: I don't think married people have more issues. What I think is that happens is that you get people who get married.
Happily married people don't.
You get married for the wrong reasons. Like many people got married because they had kids. Everybody you procreate with does not mean you're supposed to be married to. God's honest truth. And then some people get married for situations. He got money. Well, that's fine. He got money, but he also drags people down to the basement and leave them down there if they beat them. So you earn a lot. There's a lot that goes on behind it. You have to choose wisely, but you got to check yourself when you go for your choices. Like you've been saying all night, if you are out here in the world looking for attention and you go out here with somebody who likes attention like you, then both of y'all are doing everything that looks good. Behind closed doors, y'all are miserable. Yep. And that's a problem. And then one of y'all is going to change and the attention ain't worth it no more. Now you want out because now you want somebody with substance. So that's a valid point. What are you doing it for? I've always said, I don't want a wedding. I've had one. I want a marriage. Let it be the actual marriage and relationship.
Anyways, hey. So we're going to keep it going.
No, that's not.
Okay.
The picture is, but that's not.
All right. You know better than me.
Yeah, I went to school with him.
You know better than me.
Got to make sure it's built on the right foundation.
That's that union again.
That's that. I mean,
it's that union.
Conversations have to be had, not DMs, not here go my Insta, follow me on this. No.
Now, it depends on you as a person. If both of y'all want to make money and that's the objective of what y'all are coming together for, then that's all you're doing, then make your business deal and rock with it. But you got to get with somebody, like you said, on the same wavelength as you. But you got to figure out what you want first. That's what leads to people leading people on. I don't know what to give you if I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot of people just floating on and hoping it come to them.
Don't fall for me. Listen, you got to tell the truth. Listen, we can have a great time. We can have a great time. We can go to these restaurants. We can do the horizontal pogo. We can chill. Don't fall for me. And it's up to you to listen to what that person told you
in the beginning,
or feel like, no, I can change his mind. Okay,
right.
But don't get mad when it don't turn out the way you thought it was gonna turn out.
I'm having fun. I understand you enjoying this. I'm having fun.
He did tell me.
I tried to tell you early on, but you didn't listen.
So before we wrap up, because we got to meet and we got a thing coming up this evening, the point of today, which I'm glad we brought up over and over and over and over.
Oh yeah, that's me. We're gonna be cooking out. June 7th. Over and over and over. Go ahead, Chris.
Plug out, pull it. Sit with yourself, figure out what you want, and go for it. Do not settle for what you can have right now in the moment if it ain't what you want. But if you don't figure out you will never figure out how to have a good relationship. That's just the bottom line. So it starts with you, not them, not her, not she don't listen, not he ain't doing enough, not we ain't going enough basis. If you don't figure out you will never be able to be happy with anybody else because first of all, you're not happy with yourself.
Then don't knock a person. Don't knock a person who is happy with themselves, but you don't agree with them. I.e. Neil. Don't get mad because Neil's happy with himself, and that's why he has more than one. Listen, that's a lot of work. I couldn't do it. But what I'm saying is, don't be knocking a person because you don't agree with what they doing. He's happy with himself. That's all I'm saying. Like I told you last episode, we going back.
Dude, we doing it next week because I'm scared to put you on the thing. D said when y'all have call-ins.
Listen, we're gonna have call-ins. We got a fourth mic over there. We gonna have call-ins next week.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
I don't know if we're gonna run this. We gonna have to run this conversation back.
Let me see us call-ins. Period. A lot of people be trying to get in contact with me on the pod. Tell them to call into the pod.
Call into the pod.
Next week we will have call-ins apparently, but tonight
on the topic.
Tonight
the music seems too loud. Maybe it's better this way. We could have been so good together. I was waiting because I couldn't hear it.
Dance with me,
please.
Oh, God. Y'all, good night, y'all.
Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool.
Self-reflection.
Should have known better than to cheat a friend.
He's not ready at all.
Wasted chance that I've been given.
I'm turning
so I'm never gonna dance again.
We're going
the way I dance for you.
We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Cut out the BB.
Love you, world.
I'm gonna self-reflect on my choice.
Cut out the YouTube. Cut out the Instagram. Sit down and get to learn that person.